Welcome to dustcoverpodcast, where we review irrelevant books we find somewhere.
I'm Jen.
I'm Jimmy.
And welcome to episode 2, where we are reviewing this book called The 1 Minute Millionaire, The Enlightened Way to Wealth by Mark Victor Hansen and Robert G. Allen. Just like last time, I have looked through this book. Jimmy knew what book we're doing, but I've looked through it. I'm going to be sharing all the weird stuff inside. So yeah, here we go. Most of what I'm going to comment on today isn't necessarily the topic of this book, because it's sort of like, it's just, that's a known topic, and like whatever you think about that way of thinking, it's just like, okay. It's more the form of the book that is baffling. So we're looking to become enlightened millionaires, which one problem is that I keep reading it as millennials. I'm just going to start us in the contents. There isn't that much like juicy material, but the contents reveals the fact that this is in fact 2 books going at the same time. So it basically said left side pages are the 1 Minute Millionaire, right side pages are Michelle's story, The Enlightened Way to Wealth.
Michelle?
Yeah.
Michelle?
What do you mean, Michelle? Yeah.
Come on, you know Michelle, friend to you and me.
No. I don't know how many times I like diligently read the contents of a book, but like thankfully I always do for this. Or else I would have been so confused going through the book and being like, why am I not matching up to the next page? Like, was there a print weaving issue here? So basically, yeah, we have 2 books here, which they will explain to us. Let's go through the intro and stuff, and then maybe we'll get some background on these authors. So basically, the intro, whatever. Again, like a lot of this content in the left-hand side of the book is somewhat predictable context for like a how to get rich quick kind of vibe. So it just starts off with, imagine this. You've just received a phone call from the estate of a long-lost relative. You have inherited $1 million in cash. It's waiting for you in a safety deposit box in a Swiss bank. There's only one catch. The key to the box is in a silver container hidden at the summit of Mount McKinley in Alaska, at 20,320 feet, the tallest mountain in North America. The instructions are clear. You must personally climb the mountain, no helicopters, and retrieve the key yourself. If you complete this task within 12 months from today, the money is yours. If not, you lose the money forever. Let that sink in for a minute. Would you do it? Could you do it? Mount McKinley is not an impossible climb. Thousands of climbers have made it to the summit, but it still requires some serious planning, preparation, and training.
Wait, can I hold on? Can I ask you a question? No?
Yeah? No, go for it. What?
Do people climb mountains with helicopters?
I don't know.
Why is that how they chose to phrase that?
We're going to take a right-hand turn really quick.
Great.
Becoming an enlightened millionaire won't be nearly as difficult or dangerous as climbing Mount McKinley. Okay.
Apples and oranges, in my opinion, but sure.
It's also like, why did you bring that up?
Right. Yeah. Wait,
this book won't be anything like that.
Imagine this intricate scenario involving Swiss banks, a Dan Brown-esque password escapade, and Mount McKinley, the tallest mountain in North America. Now we're going to talk about becoming a millionaire.
Yeah. But also, just so you know, it is obvious from this sentence, becoming an enlightened millionaire, TM. So that's a trademarked word.
Oh.
Fine. Okay.
Trademarked by who? Said Arthur Gautama. What part of that is trademarkable? The enlightened part or the millionaire part?
It seems... I think it's both because it's capitalized. The enlightened millionaire is a proper noun. So it just says, some things are similar. You'll still need mentors. Blah, blah, blah. Are you willing to take the first step? Yes? Turn to the next page.
No, turn to page 203.
Yeah. Skip to the end. Okay, so it says that we're going to need to follow a training regimen called the Millionaire Map.
What?
Come on, Dora, let's go!
Arr! I lost me Millionaire Map.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about these authors?
Yeah, okay. All right. So the first author, the headliner, is Mark Victor Hansen.
Mhm.
I'd like to say that the first, you know how famous people on Wikipedia, there's like a list of all the things that they are in the very beginning of the article.
Totally.
The first one for him is motivational speaker.
Okay, good.
So
Not Enlightened Millionaire?
No. Well, it's trademarked. They couldn't put it on Wikipedia.
True.
I don't know if that's how that works. So he wrote the Chicken Soup for the Soul series with Jack Canfield, which has 500 million copies sold internationally, as though anyone needs like the numbers to understand. Yeah.
The guy who wrote a Chicken Soup series, his last name is Canfield?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's 500 million copies sold internationally, which feels like when you get to that range, I feel like your book is widely, like it's translated to like 54 different languages. If your book is that widely known, do you really need the numbers anymore, or is it more of like a McDonald's situation where you're just like boasting?
Yeah.
So he wrote a different book with Robert Allen, who's the co-author of this one, called Cracking the Millionaire Code. And this book also has a sequel called Cash in a Flash. In 2000, the Horatio Alger Association of Distinguished Americans, first of all, didn't know that was a thing, honored Hansen with the prestigious Horatio Alger Award as an American leader who personifies the virtues and principles inherent in the success stories written by 19th century American author Horatio Alger Jr.
What? What a specific award.
So those are the things I pulled off his Wikipedia article. He's apparently a very colorful individual.
Let's get into Robert G. Allen.
Robert G. Allen has no Wikipedia article. There is a link to his Wikipedia article on the MVH article, but it's red, and it doesn't show up.
He just disappeared?
He apparently, I mean, like, okay. Robert, can I call you that, Robert? Actually seems like a fairly reasonable and successful, like, financial and investment advisor. He's the author of the largest selling real estate investment book in history, which stayed on the New York Times bestseller list for 54 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
He coined the phrase multiple streams of income.
Really?
Because it was the title of one of his books, yeah. So like he's legit.
Yeah, I'm not in a place to like critique their strategies. I'm sure they work. I'm not sure. So we read the intro.
Mm-hmm.
Then they bring up this thing where like money is neither good nor bad. It's neutral and it's a tool for good or bad, which is cool. Good. That's a great point.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that like we've got an intro which has like a part 1 called Millionaire Mountain. That's what we read. Now there's like a part 2. Then there's like a part 3. We're still in the intro. It's like the book is like this.
How many parts are there to the intro total?
4. And then there's this like graphic. The 1 minute millionaire system, it's this like maze of yes or no questions, you know, like which character from High School Musical do you belong with? So like, why become a millionaire? You need to bring 2 things, desire and willingness to act. Do you have desire? No. Okay, if no, go here.
I have no earthly desire.
If you don't have desire, you go back to, you have to have desire and a willingness to act. So if you don't have that.
Do you have desires? No. You're already enlightened. You just work on the millionaire part.
Yeah, totally. So there's that. And then there's this graphic of Millionaire Mountain, which is essentially how the book will give us our advice. It starts with a dream, and then there's a team, and then there's a theme, and then there's you at the top, a millionaire.
Yeah.
The one thing I was struggling with, though, is what is an enlightened millionaire? I was like, when are we going to get to that part? So eventually he says, count the millionaires per capita here. The vast majority of millionaires share certain characteristics that almost all millionaires share. You must implement millionaire techniques and strategies. You must adopt the millionaire mindset, a distinct set of wealth-creating attitudes and beliefs. And then they show the millionaire equation. A dream plus a team plus a theme equals millionaire streams. Next page, the butterfly effect.
What?
And then there's a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. Every time you wink, the stars move. Then it explains what the butterfly effect is. So the idea that like a butterfly flaps its wings on one side of the world and like sort of has an effect that could like lead to something in New York City or whatever. The butterfly theme gets intense, basically, is what I'm saying. So that brings in this graphic butterfly visual that flutters throughout the book.
Oh, it's like a recurring little
butterfly. And
what a
the
regal
DNA
monarch.
of the Enlightened Millionaire.
What?
Altruism, greed, scarcity, abundance.
Are those the scientific names?
Positive procession, negative procession. Abundance, innovation, charity, tithing.
Tithing?
What is that?
Wait, Tith?
Yeah.
Tithing.
Oh.
Like paying a tithe.
Oh.
Teeth? Wait a minute. Hold on, I gotta look this up.
Tithe.
Tithe. Thank you, Google Dictionary.
Tithing, expansion, new opportunities, lower prices. Then there's altruism, nobility, fulfillment, joy, happiness, honesty, selflessness. Then in the bad traits area, we've got scarcity, lack, lawsuits, fraud, contraction, arguments, strife, higher prices. Greed, selfishness, dishonesty, ugliness, sadness, depression, emptiness, pettiness.
It's so funny that lawsuits are in there with all of these character traits.
I know. Fraud and lawsuits. One of these things doesn't belong here. So, we finally find out what the Enlightened Millionaire is. This is the perfect example of the Enlightened Millionaire in action, the noble combination of business and philanthropy. The Enlightened Millionaire pursues a principled approach to wealth. First, do no harm. Borrowing from the Hippocratic Oath, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to explain to me
what do
a
no
citation
harm?
for the idea of do no harm. I'm on board.
Yeah. 2, take no shit.
Yeah. 2, do much good.
3, see Jane run.
3rd, operate out of stewardship.
What? Wait, that's like such a different combination of words.
So that was the principles of the Enlightened Millionaire. Now we're at the Enlightened Millionaire commitment, the first step. Quote, take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Martin Luther King Jr. You'll notice throughout the book they pull from a range of historical figures where you're like, I don't think they were on board for a pyramid scheme about wealth building.
I don't think that was that
That's
the
not what this
intent
was
of that
about.
original quote?
Okay, let's leave the intro. So here begins the book. The fiction book and the nonfiction book. We will be reading them simultaneously. Let me just read to you what it would be like if you didn't know these were 2 separate books. To become a millionaire in your lifetime, all that is required is 1, the ability to find investments that yield at least 10% annually after taxes, and 2, the discipline to keep up the process year in and year out. The following chart tells the story of what can happen if individuals save $1 a day from the day they are born until they reach retirement age. Michelle was always grateful that her children weren't in the house when she noticed the red light blinking on the answering machine. It was her husband, Gideon, calling from her car to tell her he'd been a little late getting home. Nikki and Hannah never heard how their father's cheerful rendition of Puff the Magic Dragon intended. What?
Gideon, renowned child's folk singer, and his rendition of Puff the Magic Dragon.
So moving down to the end of that page, reluctantly Michelle looked up. Anthony Erickson stood over 6 feet, his wife just a few inches shorter. Anthony's strawberry blonde, $1 a day invested at various interest rates for 66 years. Percent interest, amount accumulated. Hidden in a mattress, 0%, 24,000 accumulated. Anyways, that's how this book would be if you just kept reading page 1 and then page 2.
Unhinged.
I know. Okay, so there's like so many different like substructures constantly going on. Page 12 starts us out with choosing your Millionaire Mountain. Like it basically says there's 4 ways to become a millionaire, and you have to pick one of these. This will be the mountain you climb. Here's the 4 ways. Investments, real estate, business, internet.
Investment, real estate, business, internet.
This is what I mean when I say that the format of this book is unhinged. So now we've gotten to the section called the Millionaire Ahas. There are 24 of these.
24?
So the next 24 chapters are them going into each aha. The first aha, everyone manifests. There's a quote. Everyone thinks that the principal thing to the tree is the fruit, but in point of fact, the principal thing to it is the seed. Nietzsche.
I'm sure Nietzsche would be thrilled were he still alive.
He loves manifesting.
Oh, yeah. He's just such a positive guy.
The second aha, be, do, have.
Is that 3 words?
Yeah.
Be,
I've
do,
got
have.
3 words for you.
Be, do, have, sucker.
Yep.
Can you describe that literally at all?
To fly as fast as thought to be anywhere there is, you must first begin by knowing that you have already arrived. From Jonathan Livingston Seagull by Richard Bach. Properly adding $1 million to your net worth is a primary objective of this book. Yet to reach this objective the Enlightened Millionaire way, you must follow 3 steps in a specific order. They are: she popped in a Raffi tape that Hannah loved. Nikki complained that it was for babies. He wanted to hear the Backstreet Boys. As soon as we go to Wyoming, we switch, she promised.
What? Raffi?
I am committed to reading this book in order.
Page by page.
So they go through like a ton of ahas. Let me take a turn for the interesting here. They talk about different types of freedom. You can now investigate your spiritual beingness. You can work toward achieving spiritual freedom. You can discover who you are in God and who God is in you.
God comes into the picture.
God plays a big part in the picture.
God's been in the picture?
Yeah, I don't know if God's been in the picture up to this point. I mean, I haven't noticed him in the book, but like...
Well, he does work in mysterious ways.
I can't wait to get away from these ahas.
Lightning round. Give me 5 of the weirdest ones remaining.
Oh. The 17th aha.
Okay.
You already know the answer. That's the aha.
Oh,
that's not me talking to you.
Yeah.
Touch your finger to your forehead and say, "This is the most powerful computer on the planet."
This is the most powerful computer on the planet. I don't believe myself.
That's the 17th aha.
All right.
The 22nd aha. God knows where the gold is.
Okay. God knows where the gold is, or God knows where the gold is.
Unclear.
Okay.
Because neither of those would have punctuation, so for me,
true.
It's more the latter.
Yeah.
Let's go with your version. You're right. God knows where the gold is.
That's so funny in a book about becoming a millionaire. Neither of their marketing or websites appeared to be in a particularly Christian slant.
Right? That's why, I mean, is Chicken Soup Christian?
The book series, maybe.
Right, but not the
object, Chicken Soup itself, no. Apparently they publish about 12 of these a year. So...
Once a month? Still? All this time?
The Wikipedia list of the books that they've published is so long that they've split it into alphabetical segments. So it's like the original books, the books that span letters A to B.
Yeah, I get that, but
yeah,
can you read some of these?
Pick a number between 1 and 8.
9.
No.
Oh.
All right, I'll take a look at the external links then, Jen. 7. Okay. R through S. Pick a number between, I don't know, 1 and 15, I guess.
9.
Chicken Soup for the Single Soul.
Okay.
That's from 1999.
All right, read me another one. Just like it's
any
neighbors.
random one.
Yeah.
Chicken Soup for the Soul. Loving our dogs.
Oh.
Chicken Soup for the Latter-day Saint soul.
Okay, so that's religion.
I don't know if the Latter-day Saint needs the help. They seem to be doing just fine. Chicken Soup for the Soul, quote, power moms.
Oh.
Chicken Soup for the teenage soul on tough stuff.
Oh. I have nothing to say but about these.
There's nothing to say. Chicken Soup for the Soul, touched by an angel.
So there's definitely a religious undermark. I mean, is there chicken soup for like the Islamic soul or anything in there?
There's chicken soup
Jewish
for
soul?
the women golfer's soul.
Really?
Yeah.
What is in that?
Presumably stories of trials and tribulations from God-loving women golfers.
Are there chicken soup for the capitalist subjects?
Chicken soup for the proletarian soul.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's one for Jewish people like you and I. Yeah, there is. Chicken soup for the Jewish soul. Ahead of its time, 2001. It's just there's more than one about golf. Chicken soup for the golfer's soul, and then chicken soup for the golfer's soul the second round. Chicken soup for the dental soul?
What?
Do my teeth have souls?
Do they mean the dentist?
No, it says dental. Chicken soup for the soul quotes the dating game. Chicken soup for the soul, colon, the cat did what? 2 question marks.
Wait, what?
It's the only information on that line. Yeah, because I feel like the ones that I was familiar with was Teenage Soul, and then this one, which is like Chicken Soup for the Cancer Survivor Soul. I feel like it's always been like stuff for demographics that are like commonly
Needing
perceived
help.
as needing inspiration or help. Sorry, Chicken Soup for the Soul, 1993. A second helping of Chicken Soup for the Soul, 1994. A third serving of Chicken Soup for the Soul, 1996. Why'd they take an extra year? Is it because I was born in 1995?
Why are they calling it servings?
Here's my theory. I'm going to keep going through and I'll tell you my theory.
Okay.
A fourth course of Chicken Soup for the Soul, which all of a sudden has 2 extra authors, 1997. A fifth portion of Chicken Soup for the Soul, 1998. A sixth bowl of Chicken Soup for the Soul was jazzy, 1999. Condensed Chicken Soup for the Soul? Gross.
What are we preparing for nuclear war?
Is this a bouillon cube? What are you telling me? It's a compilation of Chicken Soup for the Soul, a second helping, and a third serving. That was in 96. A cup of Chicken Soup for the Soul, 2001.
Wait, and these are the titles of them?
These are the titles of the books. I think they ran out of terms to refer to chicken soup and therefore spread out into other demographics and
But why don't they just call it like Chicken Soup for the Soul, like third volume? That's limitless.
That's because that's not the God-loving way, Jen.
Okay, I guess so.
We got to get back on track.
Yeah. Okay, anyways, so is it that money doesn't mix well with God? Frankly, we think it's quite ridiculous to learn to master money without involving the proper noun author of all wealth.
I'm not sure Martin Luther would agree with you.
I just find this strange.
Yeah.
Michelle would also not have believed it was possible to learn so much in so short a time. It had been less than 4 weeks since she'd met Sam. One thing that Sam had taught her in the time at the Rock was the importance of personal presentation.
At the Rock? Was she in Alcatraz?
We're at the section called leverage. Leverage equals speed. I don't think so.
I am speed.
I thought speed equals
speed is
rate times.
Oh wait, I'm thinking velocity.
Yeah.
Distance over time.
Distance over time, yeah. Yep.
What the fuck are they talking about?
I don't know. This whole page doesn't really make any sense.
All right.
So here's the theory of what a lever is. Leverage equals speed. If you want to create wealth, you need leverage. Lots of it. And the thing I'm just going to interrupt myself. It's confusing that they're using this word because leverage is a financial term.
Right.
But that's not what they mean. They first of all don't mean what leverage is in physics. They also don't mean what it is in finance.
They also don't mean what speed is in physics. And they also don't mean what speed is like in any other context.
No. So leverage equals speed. If you want to create wealth, you need leverage. Lots of it. There are 3 parts to leverage. The first part is the objective, the dream that you intend to bring into reality. The Enlightened Millionaire focuses on a dream that advances humanity. The second part is the fulcrum. That is you. You are the object upon which the lever pivots. The third part is the lever itself. When the object and the fulcrum are in place, success depends on the length and strength of the lever. Assuming that the lever is strong, it's all about the length of the lever. The longer the lever, the less force that is needed to move the object. A long lever works easier and faster than a short one.
Hold on. Let's not be presumptuous. It's not the length of the lever. It's the motion of the ocean.
Oh, yeah. So that's that. I don't know. That's not real.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't absorb any of what you just said.
Me neither, because it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the entire earth. Archimedes.
Yeah, what? He's talking about a different lever.
Yep. Let's read the second manifestation. I am a money magnet. I am a money magnet. I like money and money likes me. I attract money. I attract money 24 hours a day. I earn bountiful amounts of money. I wisely know how to create money. I know that I will always have more money in my future than I do now. The money that I create keeps multiplying, duplicating, and replenishing itself. I am forever enjoying more and more money. I have infinite money, more than enough for everyone to need. I cheerfully save money. I faithfully save 10% of all the money I earn. I wisely invest my money. I see my money recreating itself effortlessly. I cheerfully give money to good and worthy causes and philanthropies that make a lasting and ongoing difference. My estate is in perfect, updated order and will be a lasting legacy that makes an important and memorable difference. Money rushes to me in every form and fashion. I have lots and lots of money. I have money in mind, in my future, in my pocket, in my wallet, in my safe, in my bank accounts, in my business, in my investments, and wherever it keeps growing.
I contain moneytudes.
I'm not done. Oh, no. I enjoy money, and money enjoys me. Money and all its equivalents are attracted to me. Money is forever making me infinitely better off. All that I do creates surplus, abundance, and plenty for myself and everyone else. And what really adds to this, one of Sam's assistants had sent out for boxed lunches, turkey and vegetarian sandwiches from a nearby gourmet deli.
That's never not funny. That's
Look at the
funny.
format of this. Why is it sliding off the page?
Also,
it's written on a tilt.
With all the time, okay, are you intended to like read that aloud multiple times a day? Like, what's the point of it?
I'm not sure. Maybe it explains. No, it moves right on to the real Rocky story.
Okay. Well, the amount of time
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone. When did he enter the picture? But like,
just now,
all the time that you spend reading that manifestation, you could just be
making money,
working. Yeah. Do literally anything else.
I know.
How much more is there?
Not much.
Okay.
Goliath was the best thing that ever happened to David. Doug Weed.
That's a pretty gaslighty way to look at that, isn't it?
Okay, page. So, who is your hero / Shiro?
Hero isn't. Since when is hero a masculine word?
Since now.
Isn't it heroine?
Yes. Maybe they're talking about sheep heroes.
Sheep heroes. Who's your shepherd hero? Mine's Jesus.
Moses. Yeah. Mine's Jesus.
Well, no, he was a carpenter. Did he ever work as a shepherd, or was just
who?
Jesus? Was he just kind of a shepherd of humankind? If
you've got a question about this, I'm not the person who asks.
Yeah, you know I don't know, so...
Yeah. If you can tell me who your heroes are, I can tell you how you're going to turn out in life. Warren Buffett.
Is that true?
I don't think so. The third type of mentor is the hero / Shiro mentor. These are your heroes and Shiros who are bigger than life. I can't. Shiro. Your champions, your role models, your inspiration. In the corporate world, they are, or have been, leaders like Jack Welch of General Electric, who turned out to be kind of a bad guy.
Yeah, well, most of these people.
Catherine Graham of the Washington Post. In the investment world, there are Warren Buffett's or Peter Lynch's. In the spiritual world, you have Jesus, Moses, Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad, Mary Baker Eddy, and Joseph Smith. Each industry has its icons, alive and dead, listed on a diagonal. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
As I read these, could you tell me what kind of free association led to this order? All right. Alive and dead. Donald Trump. Julia Roberts. Rush Limbaugh. Cleopatra. Buckminster Fuller. Margaret Thatcher.
What?
Sir Winston Churchill, the only logical link so far. Yeah. At least we're sticking with the Prime Minister of Britain.
Corner of the world.
Well, and they have the same job.
Yeah.
Diane Sawyer, John F. Kennedy, Princess Diana. Okay, someone was like assassination. Right. Abraham Lincoln. Still on that theme.
Still following that train.
But explain to me the Donald Trump. I would have understood if it went Donald Trump, Rush Limbaugh. That being said, in 2002, I don't think that would have been a logical link.
No.
So also, what did Julia Roberts get involved in?
I don't think there's anything that ever would connect Julia Roberts and Rush Limbaugh.
Me neither.
Rush
Buckminster
Limbaugh.
Fuller.
Buckminster
and Margaret Thatcher. Do you mind if I ask? Michelle collapsed on the sofa, covering her face with her hands. When Gideon started the new business, he was on the road a lot, trade shows and stuff.
Trade shows and stuff? You know how it is with these men and their sales.
I know. This is the best part. We're going to do this exercise. Finally, we encourage you to assemble a dream team of your favorite heroes and Shiros, present and past.
Oh, great.
Form an imaginary council of light consisting of your selected leaders. Imagine being able to counsel with them as if they were communicating with you in person. Imagine what they might say to you. What special counsel might they give you? During your daily meditations, imagine that you are able to draw on inspiration and wisdom from your own personal council of light. My council of light. Then there's space for you to write a list.
I mean, they basically already covered all mine. It's just Margaret Thatcher and Buckminster Fuller.
Sylvester Stallone.
You're right.
Michelle herself.
Jack Canfield, co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series.
Yes, good point.
I mean, like, let me tell you why he's on my list. In his personal life section on Wikipedia. First of all, I should just tell you he's like also a motivational speaker and entrepreneur.
Okay.
He's a Harvard alum. I'm just going to read you his personal life section. And if this doesn't cause you to put him on your light council, I don't know what will.
Okay.
Canfield married Judith Olbaum in 1971, and they had 2 sons together, Orrin and Kyle, before divorcing in 1976. Canfield left the family and moved in with a masseuse in 1976, while his wife was pregnant with their second son.
Oh.
His son Orrin has written 2 memoirs: Freefall: The Strange True Life Growing Up. The Strange True Life Growing Up Adventures of Orrin Canfield, and Long Past Stopping, a memoir. In 1978, he married Georgia Lee Noble, with whom he had 1 son, Christopher. They divorced in 1999. He married Inga Marie Mahoney in 2001.
Wait,
his
he's the one
stepfather
who
to
wrote...
her children, Travis and Riley. Yeah, but like, damn.
Do you want to talk about some of the reviews?
Yes. This is a great way to close it out. I got a couple 1-star reviews and a couple 5-star reviews.
Perfect.
Man, I feel unclean after that last section. I don't know what to do about it. This is the #1 most helpful review in the Amazon list. Michael, 1
Who's
out of
Michael?
5.
Oh,
It's
the
the
author.
review.
I thought he was addressing someone.
Oh. Michael, 1 out of 5 stars. Rip off. Reviewed in the United States on April 28th, 2019. Verified purchase. Is this a joke? I downloaded from Kindle and ended up with approximately 15 pages of what appeared to be out-of-focus butterflies. I will be calling Amazon for a refund. Take this chunk off Amazon so others don't get stuck.
Oh, right. Imagine reading this in a Kindle. Because, like, the every other page thing. Yeah.
But that wasn't even the problem for him. He just got butterflies.
Yeah, because it's that butterfly that's at the end of the Michelle pages.
All, like, 15 of them in a row. Anyway.
That is so funny.
Always learning. 5 out of 5 stars. Dramatic and entertaining rendition of wealth-creating principles. Verified purchase. This is from 2008.
Okay.
I purchased this 10-CD unabridged set used through Amazon, and I'm so glad that I did. I had the book and did not finish reading it because I could not get into the story mixed with self-help format. I popped this into my CD player on the way to work, and I was hooked from the first minute.
Wait, how do they handle
like
it on the audiobook
Isn't
section?
the first minute just like mostly silence and then the title and the authors? Like,
this is an Audible production.
On this CD, I found concise information on the mindset that we all need to adopt to create a wealthier life. I also found real how-to techniques. Then, how-to for what? Please describe. Then they began to tell the story of a young woman who had to come up with $1 million in 90 days or lose her children forever. I was hooked. The dramatic renditions were very enjoyable, and they wound wealth creation principles into the story was creative. What? The dramatic renditions were very enjoyable, and they wound wealth creation principles into the story was creative. This is one of the best self-help CD sets I own. You own multiple? Excuse me?
That's crazy. Wait, what? Does it say the date in 2008? Was this before the crash or after?
February 16.
Before.
Oh.
Ooh, dark times ahead. I hope she did not follow this advice too much.
Always learning.
Hope she didn't pick the real estate mountain to climb that year.
I hope you came out of that with a
Enlightened
wealthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
G. Hoover, 1 out of 5 stars. Sadly, the quote-unquote schemes in this book will not work. No, November 24th, 2008. We have a jaded professional going on here.
Yeah,
Verified
definitely.
purchase. Brought the book because of the author. Hey, coach, I think I see a spelling error in the first word of your review. Brought the book because of the author, but reading it made me angry! Exclamation point. Not one of the suggestions would work, period. Flipping homes, sure that works, just not the way he says. I'm reading it like this because there's no punctuation within the sentence.
Okay.
Internet site, no way does that money go directly to your bank account, and you don't just set up a website and thousands of people are ordering from you, otherwise we would all be rich.
True that.
Look at what Amazon, lowercase a, yeah, fight the power. Look at what Amazon did. You're writing this on Amazon. Look at what Amazon did to just get in the red, lol. Save your money as this book will only enrich the author. Scathing. Next one is from Chinandler. Oh man, this one is cold. 1 out of 5 stars. April 5th, 2019. So we're getting like an unbiased. Yeah. Prosperity gospel poison meets new age hogwash.
Could you say that again?
Prosperity gospel poison meets new age hogwash. Oh boy, you silver-tongued wordsmith. Tell me more. If Joel Osteen and Deepak Chopra had a child, and that child went on to found a pyramid scheme, and that pyramid scheme were marketed via late-night television infomercial, this book could be the script for the infomercial.
That's not what the Enlightened Millionaire is going to be like.
No, that's not. Hey, you're ruining the trademark, the brand name. The reasoning is littered with capital no true Scotsman logic that functions as a pressure valve for the authors. Not rich yet? You must not have dreamed hard enough. You must not have visualized hard enough. You must not have magnetized your spiritual self to attract money. You must not hang out with the right rich people. You must not have made a spiritual connection with the universe's infinite money supply. Literally, this nonsense is in the book. The schemes suggested come down to 1. Play the stock market. No advice is given. 2. Get rich on the internet selling audiobooks and ebooks, presumably educating others about how to get rich on the internet by selling audiobooks and ebooks. 3. Buy real estate and rent or flip it. They don't give any details on managing such an investment, only ridiculous suggestions for unusual financing schemes. 4. Invent something great and sell millions of it. Parentheses. Sure? Question mark. As insulting as the spiritual nonsense is, as flawed as the reasoning is, and as empty as the business advice is, the writing is even worse. 15 people found this helpful. Make that 17, my friend.
For sure.
And then the last one that I'll leave us on. Robert Bailey, 5 out of 5 stars. Creative thought, how value is created. All right. Reviewed in the United States on March 6, 2003, so it was hot off the press. Verified purchase. I was prepared to be disappointed. And so I was stunned as I read this and became engrossed.
Wait.
Yeah.
This person gave it 4 out of 5 stars?
5.
5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah.
So we have a case of an individual who was expecting bad things and turned out to be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I want to know what the book they read before this one was. Probably the iPod user manual.
All right, let me finish this one.
Yeah.
This book exemplifies and harnesses the very interesting dichotomy between the disciplined left side brain and the creative right side brain. Hint, you need to learn to access both. Authors Allen and Hansen. I've been calling him MVH this whole time, and I forgot that his name was Hansen.
Yeah, I think we should just be referring to him as Hansen on the off chance that the boy band is responsible for this book.
Dear MV Hansen. Authors Allen and Hansen have a most interesting collaboration that works on several levels. 1 Minute Millionaire is at once a how-to business book, a fable based on real lives, and a behind-the-scene expose. Well, they just wrote expose, but expose on an actual business project. A, quote, learning, end quote, book, if there ever was one. Whoever thinks business is boring and mean-spirited could read this and willingly become a catalyst to quantum life change.
What?
I don't know. That's why I included this review. What does it mean? What is a catalyst to quantum life change? Life change is hyphenated.
I don't understand that sequence of words whatsoever.
You begin understanding what drives good business when you ask yourself what's behind these already financially successful authors' desire to learn and earn. Okay, I figured out how that sentence is supposed to sound as I was reading it. I cannot imagine a better seat for opportunity for so many. Pardon? A better seat for opportunity? I cannot imagine a better seat for opportunity for so many, especially in an era of immense change.
So we've got a pretty mixed bag of reviews here.
A mixed and seemingly polarized bag. I mean, I obviously took the funniest ones, which were mostly 1 star and 5 star, but boy, do people feel different things about this book.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Dust Cover. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and at the help desk of your local library. Write to us at dustcoverpodcast@gmail.com.